Hello guys, and welcome to another Gander video. Today I am checking out Archetype Arcadia from Water Phoenix and Chemco. This game actually came out the beginning of last year, but just recently, like at the end of last month, it had a release on both the Switch and the PlayStation 4, as well as an English localization patch to the Steam version as well. So that's what I'm playing today, is the English release on Steam. I heard about this game thanks to P-Cube, who reached out through email and asked me if I would like to take a look at this, and they sent me a code, so thank you to P-Cube for that. And yeah, so I'm gonna check out a little bit of this for you guys today, and see if this might be your jam, possibly. So, the story for Archetype Arcadia is: step into a dark sci-fi visual novel set in a post-apocalyptic world where a mysterious disease called Peccatomania has wiped out most of humanity. The story revolves around Rust and his sister, roaming empty lands and searching desperately for other humans alive. All other humans have supposedly fallen victim to this disease, which causes those inflicted to suffer from insanity, sensory illusions, and uncontrollable self-destructive urges. The only way to control these symptoms is by spending time inside a virtual game called Archetype Arcadia. Rust doesn't suffer from the disease, but when his sister who does mysteriously falls unresponsive one day, he must enter the virtually immersive game and navigate this unseen world to find a fix for his sister. Within the game exists a whole new world full of people and monsters. A world in which wearing a game device allows players to utilize powerful memories and corresponding avatars to fight each other. While this virtual existence supposedly delays the disease, it also carries severe consequences. As Rust battles his way through this strange world for a cure, he meets various people with unexpected identities and origins, makes unbreakable friendships, and undoubtedly some enemies along the way. So, there you go. That's the story for this. It's a little bit different from what I usually play, more on the sci-fi side of things, but I thought it looked really interesting. It also looks incredibly gorgeous and sounds beautiful, just this little bit of music I've heard so far. So yeah, let's jump in and see what we're getting into. Also, I should mention that this game is fully voice acted in Japanese, but I've turned the voices off for the purpose of this Gander, because that's how I usually play these visual novels, but you do have the option to have all the voices on, some of them off, so there's some customization there, which is nice. Alright, let's start a new game. That's a strong start. You know it's gonna be good when the first line is this. I am a sinner. I have tried to be a good person, once upon a time. But I could never manage it. I wasn't lucky enough to have been born virtuous. And yet, even if I have to be a sinner, I'm still better off. At least I'm still human. Because right now, I'm the last living, thinking, moving human being on the face of the earth. Man, this is so incredibly gorgeous to look at. Allegro. Now, arrows of sorrow! Whoa. What did I just see? I saw a face fly by. At my order, my avatar, Hilario, holds up its weapon. Hilario aims its bow, which is loaded with arrows, to the sky and fires it at once. The arrows shoot up, scattering in all directions. The arrowheads aim downward and stab deeply into the monsters. Or at least, they should have. Oh my god, what is that thing? Can I... Is there any way to... No, there's no way to, like, make this disappear so I can look at this. That's a lot happening there. Also, is there a... I'm trying to figure out buttons. I was curious if there was a way at all to... Oh, there we go. Buttons. Whoa, hello. I can hide it. Great. Also, I just want to real jiffy quickie. Sound. I'm just gonna put this up a little bit. And X is to hide, is that correct? Ah, there we go. Okay, thank you. I wanted to look at, like... Is those hands under dresses? And there's just a lot. There's a lot going on. Okay. Anyway, moving on.
Oh, wow! You're so strong!
A high-pitched voice. Its vibrations shake the air, making the whole place tremble. The waves wipe it all away. Both the arrows.
Gah!
And Hilario along with them. No good. At this rate, I'll take a direct attack.
Ooh.
I open my album and take out another memory card. However...
Just like I thought! You're such a wonderful person!
Ugh! Another shockwave. Waves of sound shake the air. I get blown back and drop my album. I reflexively try to pick it up. But the next moment...
Disappear!
Break to pieces!
I take an attack from both sides, a total of 2 attacks. They swing down their weapons. Oh! I read out.
Red out. Interesting. Instead of blacking out, you read out.
My body is knocked into the hard floor, and a chilling coldness makes my body shiver. Or me body shiver. It feels like the cold permeates all the way into my heart. I want to get up right away, but my body won't comply. And in the midst of it all, I take another attack. I can hear the sound of my memories breaking. The surrounding monsters peer down at me as I lie immobile and still.
More! Suffer more!
That's right, suffer more! Accept your punishment!
There's 9 of them. Too many for me to hope to beat head-on. In reading out this time, I've lost 1 memory card. And if I don't do something now, I'll lose my remaining 3. At which point, I will die. And that's the one thing I have to avoid.
Kill! Kill!
I breathe quietly, only moving my eyes to keep track of the situation. By design, the monsters can't inflict any more damage on me until I fully recover. So, for the 5 seconds left until I recover, I'm invincible. That's why they're surrounding me. They probably intend to wail on me the moment my 5 seconds of invincibility elapse. My prospects are grim, but there's still hope. Right now, they're arrogant and careless. They don't expect a counterattack. That's why I play the part of a helpless victim, to lull them into that line of thinking. And that's why I still have a chance. All the monsters surround me, each of them careless. And to take advantage of this opening... Avatara!
Oh, so cute.
I chant and slide a memory card along the floor. Fight for me, Carla!
What? It came from that way.
As Carla flies out from behind a pillar ahead of us, all the monsters' attention fixes on it. They fell for it. Carla is only a decoy. The real threat is hidden by the pillar behind us. Do it, Seima!
Dang.
Suddenly, heat fills the room. No, by now it's more than just heat. It's a hot wind. Flames surge from Seima's sword, forming a massive swirl as they expand. This attack is my rage, my resentment, my despair. Since it contains and unleashes those emotions, it can only be used once every 24 hours. After it's fired once, its attack power diminishes, making it useless. And that's exactly why I focus on this one attack. That's why I think back to my past, bask in my memories, empathize with my past events, and I do it all to raise my empathy rate even a bit higher.
Nice.
Burn it all away! Flames of demise!
Ooh, ooh!
Sema swings down its sword, that massive burning flame down upon my enemies. A rumbling, and at the same time, a scream.
Gah! It's hot! It's hot!
Sizzling flames fill the room. I've defeated 5 of them with that attack. The other 4 are surrounded by the flames and can't move, but they're still on their feet. This is all my power can achieve. I'll kill you next time. Ugh.
Allegro, are you alright?
I'm fine.
Alright? Alright?
Utara. I bite my lips. How am I fine exactly? I just challenged the boss with all my strength, and yet one of my memory cards was destroyed. I've lost something precious again. Damn it! I lack strength, overwhelmingly so. No, if this was a one-on-one, I wouldn't have lost. What I lack is cooperators. If I had comrades that share my ambition, who would fight with me, things would be different. Right now, I'm the last living, thinking, moving human being on the face of the earth. On the day that my hometown, Luthien, otherwise known as mankind's last village, was burned to the ground, I realized I'd have to fight on all alone. Look though I might, I won't find any humans that would help me. But even so, if there was at least one more person, even just one more other human being, we could break this world that only takes away from us. I can't help but feel this way.
Main character's point of view. Okay, so have we gone back in time, potentially? Maybe?
Hey, let's move faster!
Kristen places her stone on the board, flipping over the adjacent stones. No, you'll get motion sick and throw up again. I place my stone down and flip over some other stones. The board is lined with horizontal and vertical lines, and between them are stones with mud smeared on top, and other stones with mud smeared on their bottom. My stones are brown, and Kristen's are gray. When you flank your opponent's stones with 2 of your own, you flip over the stones between them. That's the game. What's more important? This game of reversi, is it? Or moving?
Both, of course.
You're so greedy.
You gotta be strong and greedy to win. Otherwise, you'll just get things taken from you, you know?
And just like that, she flips over 3 of my pieces. I suppose. Outside the window, all I can see is sand, soil, the sky. For the last few days, this is the only scenery we've seen. The place we were in before was full of greenery and had lots of edible fruit. If we'd stayed there, food wouldn't be a concern. Even so, we wished to see more of the world and chose to keep moving. We didn't want to spend our days losing things anymore. So we continued our journey, seeking to gain.
Oh, look! To the left!
I see something.
It looks like a building. A house! I bet there's people inside. Hey, let's bet on if we find someone today.
Sure. What do we bet on?
One of the bell peppers we're going to harvest. I bet we won't find anyone.
Didn't you say you think there's people inside?
Yep. Being the good little sister that I am, I'm letting you win.
No, you're giving me the bell pepper. Every chance she gets, she always tries to push the thing she hates onto me. Kristen is one shrewd younger sister.
Aw, wait up! We're moving away from it. I request a change in course.
Yeah. I walked to the back of the room and checked the automatic driving settings.
We're moving away from the people. Steer it well, big bro.
But you said there aren't any people there. I tried to push the stick a few times. This should change our bearing. Next, I just had to push this large stick and...
Are you guys like in an RV? What are you doing?
Did I do it?
Perfect. Genius. You're the bestest big bro ever.
You're sure easily pleased. I returned to Kristen. Oh. It looks like I'm at more of a disadvantage than I was before I got up from my seat. Did she... cheat? Well, so long as Kristen is smiling, it's all good.
Big bro.
Yes?
It always takes you a while.
I just have to take care and be careful. All the electronic devices were made long ago. The writing back then is completely different from the writing system we use now, so we can only read some of it. If I end up changing the settings by mistake, I'm not sure I'll be able to put them back the way they were. And if they break, we won't be able to fix them. This trailer house and all the electronics inside it are things the people of the past left behind. We have to take care of them.
You're giving it preferential treatment. All you have to do is feed it so it keeps moving, right? Wait, How is this thing moving again?
The only explanation is that it's getting limitless energy from somewhere. At least, that's what Dad said. He also speculated that if we stopped getting this mysterious energy, all our electronic devices would stop working. The thought of us suddenly getting cut off from our power source, it's a scary one.
Then maybe we should leave this trailer house behind.
That's scary too. Or, well, it's a dangerous idea. This moving domicile, this trailer house, is stocked with lots of water and supplies.
That's lucky.
We have fields on the second floor, and we grow plants on the outer walls too. It's incredible.
How big is this thing? And man, this whole universe is really interesting.
And thanks to this trailer house's boons, we can eat vegetables even in this barren land. The place is furnished with cooking appliances too, allowing us to heat up our food too. That's important. And on top of that, if wild animals attack, we can flee thanks to this trailer house too. If we discard this place, it probably won't be long before we die.
Those are some brave wild animals to be like, yeah, I'm gonna attack that thing.
But you know what's really interesting? It's who's making this energy.
Oh, you mean that crazy story of yours?
It is not crazy. It's fact. There's a big energy kingdom that's full of people.
Is that right? Growing up, we were taught that our home village, Ethion, was the last human village. But that village was wiped out because of infighting, and we're the only survivors.
It's always infighting in post-apocalyptic situations.
Which means Kristen and I are mankind's last two survivors. And indeed, in the 10 years we've been traveling, we've never run into another human being.
How old was your sister? Looks like she's 10. Did you take her as an infant? What the?
I'm sure there's people somewhere out there. I mean, there's lots of people inside Archetype Arcadia.
Yeah, that's right.
You don't believe me about that either, do you?
I believe you, I do.
Then why don't you try it out? Why don't you try it too, big bro?
No, there's no need for me to do it. Archetype Arcadia is meant for treatment. And since I don't need treatment, I shouldn't use it. In fact, when Dad was still alive, he forbade me from entering the treatment room.
You're always so serious, and it's because you're like that. See?
Kristen flips over the last stone.
You lose, just like that.
Yep, I totally lost.
Are you being serious?
Of course I am. Kristen has more stones than I do. I clearly lost.
Right.
What's wrong? This is the face she makes when she's sad.
Aren't you going to point out that I cheated?
I figured that's part of the game too.
Did you even try to win?
No, I didn't. Winning isn't my objective here.
You can't call that a game. This doesn't count as playing.
Ah, that's the face she makes when she's upset.
I was planning for you to cheat back, and then we'd have a real battle of wits, like everything was supposed to get all heated.
I see. If she had these kinds of plans, she should have said so sooner.
Are you a robot? You're just like, this is not my objective. Ah, she seems to be upset. She should have informed me of this earlier.
Even if you didn't cheat back, you should have at least gotten mad. I mean, that's what you always used to do. I'm sorry. You can punish me for that.
Punish you how?
Like spreading manure, or picking potato seeds, or cutting meat, or cleaning, or making rations. And I don't like organizing things. Anyway, I do anything that's fun. Just say the word.
I think you're too picky with your chores, Stee. But in that case, as punishment, you have to teach me a new game. How about that?
Sure. I'll get a really good one next time. Just you wait.
Yeah. I watch Kristen head into the treatment room and pick up a stone. You flank a stone and flip it. So, to flip a whole lot of stones, you need to... I place the stone on the board and inspect it. What tactics can be valid here? What's the best way to win? I try to think it over, but... Stay detached. Don't think about it. Don't imagine it.
Interesting.
Each time I try, something gets in the way. But even so, I pick up the stone and inspect it again. But the only thing that flips is the stone. It does nothing to move my heart. I can't stir up the desire to win a game. Or the feeling that losing is discouraging. I don't know what the emotion called fun is. Even though I feel like the old me used to cherish those emotions. But at some point, I came to lose even that. I really lost, no doubt about it. Because I still haven't had any fun with Kristen yet. We made it. Well, I guess you can't hear me. Apparently, while she's being treated in Archetype Arcadia, Kristen can't hear anything, like when she's asleep. So my only option is to wait until Kristen comes out of the treatment room on her own. I'll just wait for her.
Are we there?
Whoa! Oh! I got hit by the door.
Well, at least you can feel pain.
Oh! You were there. Sorry about that. Are you okay? Do you remember your name and where you are?
Rust Wise, 17 years old. My parents passed away, so me and my 13-year-old sister...
Okay, so you were 7 and your sister was 3 when you went out on your own, and you kept each other alive for 10 years. Damn.
Your cute little sister.
My cute little sister traveled together.
That's right. Looks like you're fine. Let's go then.
And she's off.
Did something happen? It's the first time she came out of the room as soon as I call her.
Lasmoth Zotira Turaka. Now say it back.
Lasmoth Zotira Turaka? What's that?
A special greeting. If you just say that, you'll get along with anyone, no matter where you are.
Huh. There's a greeting like that, is there? It's the first I've heard about that. Good on Kristen for knowing that.
I just made that up, by the way.
Huh?
You're so gullible, big bro. Bet you didn't notice that I finished my treatment a while ago and I was waiting by the door the whole time, did you?
You were waiting there? So that means... she was planning to have the door hit me the whole time. Kristen?
Come on, let's go outside. We need to look for people.
Yeah.
Well, that looks inviting.
We walk, moving away rubble along the way. If anyone's there, say something!
Leah! Miss Altia! Candy! And, a hamburger! Omelet!
What was that?
Just random names. I figured if I call someone's name, they might come over.
Half of those were just names for food.
Well, it'd be nice if some food came over. Especially the yummy sort. It'd be great!
Hamburger and omelet were dishes Kristen tried to make once. These were dishes people used to eat in the past. That in and of itself made them interesting, but I didn't quite understand what yummy means. Huh.
What's wrong?
Look here! I find something buried in the rubble and pull it out.
It's a game device.
I knew it! A game device allows one to experience treatment, to experience Archetype Arcadia wherever they might be.
You press the indent here and it powers up and starts glowing, and then you put it on your head and log in.
Log in is a term used in treatment. Starting a treatment is called logging in, ending a treatment is called logging out, and patients are called players. This is curious.
I'm not logging in again today. If you want to see me log in, then it'll have to be another time.
That's not what I mean. I mean, it's curious that there's a game device here.
Oh, right. If this thing is lying around here, that must mean there's someone afflicted with Peccatomania around here. And if this is all that's left, that person must be...
They're probably dead.
Right. Let's give them a funeral then.
Peccatomania. The original syndrome.
Huh, spelled like that, eh?
The name of the disease that destroyed human civilization. Its initial symptoms are nightmares. The more the patient sleeps, the clearer the dreams become, tormenting them and making their sheep,
yes. Sheep shallow.
making their sleep shallow. As the disease progresses, they start seeing auditory and optical illusions even during daytime. Once the symptoms fully manifest, patients are overcome with intense aggression, which they direct towards themselves, leading to suicide.
Damn. And how does playing in a VR world help with that?
They don't respond when spoken to, even by their loved ones. And if they don't kill themselves, they try to kill anyone in sight, causing great damage if they're not restrained. It differed in each individual case, but it typically took 7 days after the first nightmare for the syndrome to finally outbreak. And it was said that once it reaches the point of full outbreak, there's no known means of making a patient regain their sanity.
Ah, but it's got a different shape from the one in the treatment room. It must be really old. Maybe someone threw this game device away because they didn't know what it's good for.
No, I can't imagine someone doing that. The game device is the sole means to escape the Peccatomania's influence. No one would just throw that away.
You don't know that for sure. They say that back then people thought Archetype Arcadia was just a game.
Oh, right. There was a time people didn't know it could be used to treat it. If one played Archetype Arcadia periodically during the disease's initial stage, the nightmares, it could stave off the Peccatomania's progress. We only knew about it because our father and mother told us. Dad said his parents told him that, and apparently his parents heard it from their parents. People from generations ago learned of this, spread the news to others, and passed it down to their offsprings.
Offspring. Singular.
It's thanks to them that we know how to handle the symptoms. For now, let's take it back with us.
Huh? But it's all battered and dirty.
That's why we should take it. If we just leave it here, it'll get even more battered and dirty. It'll just get lost. Steve, let's head back. After that, we spend some time looking for people. But though we search and search, the only thing we discover is that there are no people to be found.
Man, it is so dark, I can barely see.
There are no signs whatsoever of anyone being in the area recently. Let's go back, Steve.
Oh no, did she fall unconscious?
Kristen!
Oh, thank goodness, you just fell asleep. Or she was just really focused.
I want to keep looking a while longer. No, more. Let's look more. I want to look until we find someone.
I think finding the game device was lucky enough. We can look for people somewhere else.
We haven't looked after dark yet. If there's people, they'll turn on the lights. Then we could find them. We can meet people.
Fine. But walking around would be dangerous, so let's sit and look.
Okay.
I follow Kristen, who sits atop a pile of rubble, and sit down next to her.
Okay, hold on. I wanna take a look at this real quick. Whoop! Nice music. Just hanging out with my sister. Can't see my face, but it's fine. Nobody wants to see my face anyway.
You know, this area. There's no food or water. It must be hard to live here. But apparently, ages ago, people could live even in a barren place like this.
Yes, I've heard that too. Dad told me about that once. In the past, people brought in food from other places, and were able to live normal lives even in barren lands.
But for how strong people were back then, they're gone now.
Right. I look around the area, but the only light I can see is the one coming from our trailer house. The only other sources of light are the moon and stars. How has Archetype Arcadia been lately?
Oh, it's just as fun as ever. Just yesterday I was talking with a kinda quiet girl.
Really? That's good. I honestly don't know much about Archetype Arcadia, except that it's good for the treatment. Putting a game device on lets you experience it. A game called Archetype Arcadia. There's many things inside Archetype Arcadia, and you can interact with lots of people as you play. As a matter of fact, each time Kristen logs in, she learns new things that she then goes on to teach me. I've never doubted her knowledge. But I think her saying that she meets people whenever she logs in is just Kristen being under the wrong impression. Archetype Arcadia is just showing her a pleasant dream. At least, that's what I think.
Aww. If only I could ask people in the game about places in the real world. I could meet them that way.
But they told you you can't do that. You mustn't tell about your real-life self when you log in. This was something Dad told me, even though I'm not even undergoing treatment. I don't know why he said we mustn't do it, though.
If we meet everyone in the real world, we could play soccer or catch.
Haven't you played those games enough already? Dad, Kristen, and me. Whenever the three of us played together, it was one of those two games.
No. I want to play some more. I mean, it'd be fun if there were more people around. Real games are even more amazing. Even Archetype Arcadia is really, really fun. There's delicious food, the battles are fun, there's beautiful sights, and did I mention the food? And there's so many people there. Everyone's free to do whatever they want. Everything about it is so exciting.
You already told me that plenty of times.
Right. I guess I did. I guess I just kind of get excited when I talk about it.
No, if anything, you're being too indifferent. Speaking from experience, Kristen only talks about this whenever she's trying not to think about things. This really is no good. Letting her exhaust herself over this isn't efficient.
He's all about his efficiency, isn't he?
Rest for today.
Huh? But...
It's like I thought. She's feeling sick, so she's acting so I don't notice. You alright? Come on, let's head back.
But... we still haven't found anyone.
I'll look for them instead later.
But we bet on if we'll find anyone.
Let's just call it a draw.
Okay. Say, big bro,
What?
see you again tomorrow. Just like always.
Yeah, just like always. Just like always. Dad came up with those words for us. No matter what, we'll always regain our peaceful days. Those words are so we never forget and stop trying. Good night, Kristen.
Good night, big bro Rust.
There really isn't anyone around. There wasn't any light, and I feel fatigue and sleepiness setting in. The sky is starting to light up, so it must be almost dawn. That noise. It came from the trailer house. Let's go. The bed, the toilet, the shower room, the field. I check every room, but nothing's unusual about them. However, Kristen is nowhere to be found, though. The only thing that's visibly wrong then is this. The door to the treatment room is open. Except, am I allowed to go into this room? This is an emergency. I'll just go inside for a second and come out right away. I hold my breath and set foot in the room.
Okay. So it's got like an old-timey-wimey couch. You love it?
So this is what this room looks like. No, more importantly, what about Kristen?
Did she fall over? Is that the noise we heard from outside?
Stee! I find Stee atop a comfortable chair. She's leaning forward, face down, so I lift her body so it sits upright. Her face is pale. She looks feeble. Stee! Stee! Kristen! I slap her cheeks, but she's not reacting. Why? What could have... There's... something on the floor. A game device. Unlike the one we found today, it's clean. It's part of this treatment room's equipment. It's giving off light, implying that it's switched on. It must have fallen off during Kristen's treatment. Is this why Kristen's like this? No, I can figure that out later. I pick up the game device and put it over Kristen's head. Kristen, say something. The machine makes a whirring sound. Is it working? Or is it... What was that noise? There are letters running through the lit-up section of the device. I've seen this before with other electronics we used. These letters come up when there's some kind of problem. Maybe I put it on wrong. I try taking it off Kristen's head and put it on again. No good. Given how the text's still displaying even after I take it off, I assume the problem isn't with how I put it on. Maybe the problem is with the device itself. Or maybe the issue lies with Archetype Arcadia. Oh, as I consider this, the light goes out. Maybe, if I try going into Archetype Arcadia, I'll figure out what the problem is. But I'm not afflicted with Peccatomania. Am I really allowed to do that?
Ooh. I feel like if you don't go, that's just the end of the game, though, yeah? Okay, that's an autosave. Interesting. Oops. For science, I want to see what happens when you don't go in.
I put the game device away and leave the room. I probably just need to wait. I've lost so many things until now. I can't possibly lose anything else. Kristen's bound to wake up sooner or later. She always does. Good morning. No one responds to my greeting. No one has ever since that day. Kristen never did wake up. I waited and waited, only for her body to go completely cold and soon start to decompose.
Ew. Are you living with your sister's corpse? Please don't do that.
I didn't find anyone today either. I still go out looking for other people. Now that I've lost Kristen, I have to at least try to find something else. I want to talk to someone. I keep making that wish, but it'll probably never happen. If only there was even one more person out there. Will that thought keep tormenting me until the day I die, all alone?
Other characters' point of view. Alright, this is Allegro now. Look at this delightful looking thing. So it's interesting. The game didn't exactly end there, unless we're getting the ending now. Let's see.
Damn it! My body goes limp. Am I going to die? At a place like this?
Dark Cerberus, eh?
Gah, gah, gah. Gonna die, die!
If only there was even one more person out there. I'm sure things wouldn't end like this if there was.
Hey, Death in Sight. Witnessed a bad ending. Heck yeah, I did it. Bad ending number 1. Oh, and I even get, like, the credits roll and everything, eh? Nice. Here's all the people that you could have met if you put the thing on, probably. Oh, that's funny. Okay. Oh, I can fast forward. I can't escape, but I can fast forward everything. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna play a little bit longer, because I want to go into Archetype Arcadia and be like, is our boy Allegro? Is Rust Allegro? I have so many questions. Hey, look at that, number 1. Bad ending 1. Alright, and then if I load and go back in here, there we go. Let's play a little bit more, yeah. Ooh, I like that. Has like a little broken thing to show you that, oh, that's a bad ending. Let's do this the right way this time.
I mustn't. But the way things are going is no good. It feels like I'm about to lose someone again. No. No, no, no! I can't lose anything or anyone again! I'm sorry, Dad. I have to break the promise. I switch on the game device and put it over my head.
Okay. Are you gonna wake up as Allegro or somebody else? A desolate world logged into Archetype Arcadia for the first time. Nice.
Is this what logging in is like?
Welcome to Archetype Arcadia.
Whoa! What? I hear a voice coming from somewhere, but I can't tell where from. It's like it's ringing inside my head.
Archetype Arcadia is a game where players fight using their own memories. With the aid of an automatic all-language translation feature, you can freely converse with other players from all around the world. Let us create your new self, your character.
A character? I've heard of that before. During treatment, you use a fake body instead of your real one.
Should you select the default setting, your character will be based on your real-life appearance. Should you choose to customize your character, you will be able to freely select your height, physique, individual facial features, hairstyle, age, and voice. You cannot edit or erase your character once created. Create your character with this in mind.
Even so, this is an emergency right now. I can't afford to waste my time. Go with the default setting! I'm in a hurry! Did it understand me?
If you choose the default setting, this will be your appearance.
Good. Looks like it understood what I said. Wait. Whoa! Is this a mirror? Is that supposed to be me? The game device that should be on my face is nowhere to be seen. But I can move and walk normally. I touched the mirror, vividly feeling its cold, hard surface against my fingers. Besides my outfit being different, I look just like the real me.
Do you accept this character?
Yes, please.
Character appearance settings complete. Next, please input your character's name.
It's Rust.
Name will be set as Rust. Do you accept?
Yes. As soon as I say that, the name Rust appears over my head.
For your initial equipment, you will be given an album and 4 memory cards.
This time, a bag of sorts appears on my waist. What is this?
Now, let your adventure begin.
Can you explain what the album and memory cards?
Go forth and enjoy your adventure to your heart's content.
Yes.
That music. Da 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 da. Okay, so he's Rust in this world. So who's Allegro? What if Allegro's her sister? That'd be hilarious.
Whoa! It's bright. Blinding. And it's also, well, it's pretty. A soft breeze caresses my skin. The scent of greenery hangs in the wind. I try walking a few steps again and it feels perfectly natural. It feels so real. It makes it hard to believe this body is fake. It feels more like the moment I put on the game device, I was just transported here. So this is what Archetype Arcadia is like. This is the scenery Kristen always saw. It's amazing! It's more impressive than I've heard. And the buildings are breathtaking too. They're so tall. I have to tilt my head back and look up to see the whole building. But what are these balls of light floating around? I try to reach out for one and it moves away from me. Do they mean anything, or are they just part of the scenery? Oh, wow, this is just incredible! It's amazing!
What's amazing is you're showing the most emotion you've shown so far.
I can't believe this place is artificial. The people of the past are amazing! Stay detached. What am I doing? I can't waste time getting overwhelmed by this place. I need to gather information, any information. I can start by checking the bag I got earlier. Let's see what's inside it for the time being. Huh? I heard something. I think it came from that way. Wait, Kristen?
Steve's here?
I see the name Steve floating over her head.
Okay, so she's not Allegro.
The way she looks, and that name. It must be Kristen. Thank goodness, I found her. But she's covered in scratches. What happened to... Huh? Something is slashing at Steve's arm. Steve! I hurry over to her. I stand in front of Steve, spreading out my arms so as to shield her. I see her attacker clearly.
Oh, it's a doggo.
It's floating? What is this? It looks like an animal, but it can't be any normal creature. And if it is, it's my first time seeing an animal float like this. It's got a blue glow to it, and there's a blue line stretching from that glow that seems to extend into the distance. It's strange. But still, it doesn't matter who I'm up against. This thing hurt my little sister. That much is irrefutable fact. Run, Steve! Hurry up and run! No good! Dodge! Oh! The first thing I feel is heat, and then a sharp pain. The animal's fangs tear through my abdomen skin and gouge into me. Oh! Pain, pain, pain! This sensation is no different from real pain. I grimace, experiencing pain that's identical to what I felt when I was injured in real life, and reach out my hand. I got you! Now! Thankfully, this animal is small. Small enough for me to grab and pin down. Grrr. What is this? Why is this thing so strong? Even if the pain is making my grip limp, I'm still applying my full weight to it. But I can't stop it from moving. If anything, this thing is lifting me up instead. Whoa! All it's doing is moving its head, but it's pushing me back. No good, it's going to attack me again! I don't have time to get up! Huh? This time I didn't feel any pain. Steve pushed me out of the way, and thanks to that it missed me in the last second. You saved me. I hide Steve behind my back again and slowly retreat from the animal. I puff up my chest and glare at the creature. Animals like this see looking away first as a sign of weakness, so averting my gaze from it is dangerous. Indeed, it attacked earlier when I glanced at Steve. So put another way, so long as I keep my gaze fixed on it, it will be too wary to recklessly attack me. So I have to take advantage of this chance to do something. Don't worry, just stay behind me, Steve. If this really is a game, there have to be rules. It makes no sense that I'm helpless to resist. I fumble for the bag on my waist, careful to keep my eyes fixed on the animals. I find something inside. I take it out. Is this a book? No, if what I heard earlier is to be believed, this is an album. Dad told me that albums are where you store all sorts of memories. For the time being, I open it. 4 thin plaque-like objects float out of the album.
Okay, one's all shattered.
Three of the 4 plaques are shining. These must be memory cards. Me moving must arouse its suspicion. If I provoke it any more than this, it's bound to pounce on me. At worst, I'll have to throw this thing at it. I hold my breath and carefully grab a card. It's lighter than I expected, and faintly warm.
Avatara.
And these letters written on it. Avatara? Oh, whoa! The moment I whisper the word, light flashes in my hand. The light courses through the cards, growing brighter. Rah! No good. The light provoked the animal. See! I turn around and wrap my arms around Steve. I apply force to my arms, expecting to feel that pain again. Still, I brace to take the blow. I brace myself and... nothing happens? Why?
Little Kristen's on the scene!
Oh, she's so cute.
This is... a thing that looks like Kristen is blocking the animal's attack with its body. And despite that, the thing seems to be laughing.
You shall not pass! Tee-hee!
It's pushing the animal back. That's amazing.
That's right! I'm one amazing avatar! I can beat a weak avatar like that easy peasy!
Avatar? Is this that thing's name? No, it called itself Little Kristen earlier. So that means... Avatar must be a generic name for creatures like this. On closer inspection, there's something like a thin line stretching between this little one and the card in my hand. Did it come out of the card? Is this thing on my side? Calling you Kristen might be confusing. Let's call you Tin instead. I'm in trouble here. Could you help us out?
You got it, big bro! I'll run wild!
Oh, that's a stone. The same kind of muddy stone we use for playing Reversi. It moves in accordance to Tin's fingers.
I get to go first!
animal howls and lunges at Tin. But it doesn't hit her. Tin dodges it with nimble movements.
Very nimble.
And when she creates enough distance from her target, she once again pelts it with stones.
Take that! And that! It's still my turn!
It's a one-sided fight. The animal is helpless to resist. Bit by bit, the animal's body gradually, but consistently, starts to get covered in red. It's incredible. What do we do next?
I can still keep going!
She throws stones into the animal's eyes. The creature flinches and closes its eyes. Did Tin just want to attack its eyes? No, that's not it. She did it to create an opening. And now that it's flinched, she's taking advantage of that opening.
Oh my! Looks like my stones have you surrounded!
An especially large stone appears under the animal. Tin dives under the stone and lifts it up. She then soars up, throwing the animal into the air. Oh, this is good. This is amazing! Do it!
So I'll have to flip you up now!
She flips the animal up along with the stone. And then slams the creature into the ground, flattening it under the stone. Tin lands on top of stone as if to add a finishing touch. The animal becomes completely still. It's gone now.
I did it, big bro!
Yeah. I swallow nervously and nod. I feel goosebumps wash over me. I place a hand over my chest and catch my breath. What is this? I feel excited. My heart's beating so hard.
You're finally getting some emotions again.
It reminds me of how Kristen and I used to play when we were little. It takes me back to those times.
I beat it! I beat the enemy!
It feels like I'm linked to Tin as she frolics and cheers. I want to shout too. I want to run wild. I'm restless, like a child. I look at the line linking her to the card, noticing it thickens and the words, "Empathy ratio 50% appear over it. Does this mean I'm 50% connected to Tin? It's called empathy ratio. Am I empathizing with her? If so, this doesn't feel so bad. I want to empathize with Tin more. I want to bask in this emotion more, to contain it, to sink into it as deep as I could go. Stay detached. This feeling is irrelevant. Anyway, we won this fight. That's good.
Man. How interesting. Anyway, I think that I didn't run into any other people per se, no other characters, but I think I'm going to wrap there for today, guys. So, man, there is so much interesting stuff going on in this game. Like, I really love the world building they've done for this already. I'm very invested. I'm just like so curious how this is going to progress from here. I'm wondering if Steve's like still connected or if the connection got lost because she passed out in reality. I have so many questions, but anyway, yeah, I had a great time with this. I hope you guys enjoyed what you've seen. If you'd like to check this out for yourself, as I mentioned before, you can find it on Switch and PlayStation 4, as well as on Steam, the English localization. And I will have a link to the Steam page down below if you'd like to check it out. Alright, thanks again for joining me, guys. Until next time, I will see you later.